put the top of the shower head together on the drop ear. So it's coming out right through that hole. We'll swing around here. There it is up there. So I have to figure out a way to secure it to this beam, not have it wobbling around. So what I came up with was this here. So there's the drop ear fitting. So that's what the PEX goes on to. That threaded end faces the hole in the tile, and then the shower head threads into that. And these brackets here, these angle brackets, will screw into the top of this 2x4 on the bottom, and then there's another one up top, up inside underneath that cavity there. So first thing I got to do is figure out if I got to connect my PEX pipe first and then screw it in. So here's how this fits in there. I got to dive it in this way, come up. Here's an update on the shower install. So this is the upstairs shower. This is the new shower head. And this is the new water control for the shower. And what I had to do to get this to work was I had to take out a lot of old infrastructure. Now if we go into this room here, this is the old shower valve right here. This is what I took out of the wall. So this went up to the shower. This piece I'm holding it by went down to the spigot. So these were the that was the main part in the wall that I had to dig out. Here's the control knobs that went inside of this hole and this hole, so that turned it open and closed. And these are the pieces of pipe that were in between the downstairs ceiling and the upstairs wall. So I had to cut these pieces out. As you can see, the maneuvers they had to make with these pipes to get them in there. So that's the whole mess right there, along with some of my other tooling that I used to get the job done. So I'm left with the holes that went through the tile and the old spigot. So those holes I'm going to have to patch up with some of the tiles that I took off from this side. So the holes are here and here. And I just duct tape them closed so we can use the shower until I get that patched up. So here's the new valve up here that replaces the old one. So this is a Delta shower with cold expansion fittings. So those are this one that goes up this way goes to the shower head. Red signifies hot water. Blue signifies cold water. So there's the cold water input, there's the hot water input, and here's the hot water, which would be the mixed hot and cold that goes down to the spigot. So what I did for now is I capped it, and that's going to go in this general area here where this old pipe is. So I need to remove that spigot, which is right here. That's the old spigot, and the new spigot is right here. That's the one I have to put in. And this is the special fitting that goes sticks out of the wall that the spigot can screw into. So I still need to get that installed, but for right now that's not a big deal. This one is loose. I just haven't broken the RTV seal yet to bust that out of there, because similar to what I did on this side with the blocking to hold the valve in, I have to add some blocking down here for the new pipe. So once I get that blocking in and get that pipe installed and get everything installed spigot wise, then I can close up this section here where I put the duct tape. I'll pull the tape off, replace a bunch of tiles. I may have to do a tile replacement where the spigot is. I'll have to wait and see how that ends up looking. So that would finalize this install. So that still needs to be done, but the shower is functional. Just to give example, it has dual controls. So the big lever on the outside, that's for on and off and volume control, and the inner one in here is for hot and cold control. So you can adjust your temperature to where you want it, and then you can control the pressure with this. And then up on the head here, see that little tab, you can rotate that shower head in different positions to get different water patterns. So everything's hooked up, everything works, everything's looking good. So now that this is done, I can pretty much close up the ceiling downstairs and start getting the downstairs bathroom finalized. Steve has finalized the sheetrock. I just got to give him a shout, see if he's ready for me to prime this. I'm not sure. He's got an X mark. I don't know if he has to do something there. Feels like he still needs to do some sanding before I paint this. So I'll probably clear that up with him on Monday. He'll probably do the last bit of sanding. I can put some primer up on the ceiling, and then he can move forward on getting these peninsula cabinets locked in place. Because Wednesday we have the templators for the countertop coming in to take some measurements and get that all settled. So we're moving forward on that as well. And then the last thing I need to do, either today or tomorrow, is to level the refrigerator and push it into the cubby hole where it belongs in by those pantry cabinets. So I still need to do that. And I also need to finalize the position of the dishwasher and run the connections through the sink cabinet. So that power supply is for the dishwasher. And then we got hot and cold water lines that are going to come up to here that service the sink and the dishwasher. And of course, this is for the drain. So we can't really finalize any of the final connections until the counter and the sink are in there, but I can get the routing all set up for the dishwasher to bring its connections into here. So that's the update. We've been pretty busy running back and forth to places where we were deciding on our handles and our poles for the cabinets and our backsplash and things like that. So a lot of the detail works. It involves a lot of legwork where you're going a lot of different places and making a lot of comparisons. So we didn't really move forward in this area, but we got all our detail work and all our homework pretty much done. So we're in the home stretch. And here's a workbench update. As you can see, this workbench is totally organized. I know where everything is. I can get to things easily. There's no mess. There's no commotion. There's no chaos. Everything is just right where it's supposed to be, ready for the next project on the kitchen renovation. So now we're in the downstairs bathroom looking up at the ceiling. So where that insulated pipe ends and that red plastic pipe picks up, that's the replacement for the copper pipes that I removed, and that goes up through the wall cavity and up into the valve for the upstairs shower. So that's the hot water. Same thing with the blue water, where that insulated pipe ends and the new blue pipe continues. That's the pipe that gets plumbed up into the wall cavity that goes upstairs to the valve for the upstairs shower. So once we've run this a couple days, we've confirmed there's no leaks or any issues, then we'd be ready to close this wall up, or actually the ceiling up. So this is the last remaining section of ceiling in our downstairs shower. So once that's closed up, we can reinstall both of these LED lights. This one right here is just in a chunk of sheetrock to simulate its position. The other one goes right here. We took it out so that I had some access to these pipes that I was working on. So that sheetrock's over here in the corner. You can see the hole in the wall for the light. The light is over here. I can show you how these work. So these are very thin and they have those spring clips. So you just get those spring clips pushed up straight. You go up through the hole and they snap down and they hold the light inside of the hole. Just like that one is there. So these are very simple to install. They're the same thickness as sheetrock, so they can go right over a joist. You can see I traced where the hole is and it does go over the joist. So the sheetrock is a 1/2 inch thick and the light is a 1/2 inch thick. So you can literally put these right up against the joist. And this connector right here, this round connector, gets screwed into this connector here and it reconnects it. And if you need to change the Kelvin level of the brightness, you can do it with that switch there. So this one's going to go approximately right there. So I'm looking forward to getting this closed up, because once we have the ceiling closed up, then we can close up this wall right here. This is the last piece of sheetrock that we need to finish. We're waiting for is in this corner we have thermostats for our heated floor in the bathroom and the kitchen that need to be hooked up on either side of the wall. So that's kind of holding us up as well. We got all infrastructure in place for the vanity, hot and cold water, and the drain. That's this stuff right here. And we have the water supply for the toilet right there. So we got everything laid out on the floor. We're ready to go. Underneath this safety cone is the toilet flange that I soldered up a while back that's going to accept the toilet. So we're pretty much ready to move forward on all of this. And we just had a consult on our glass enclosure door for the shower. That's in the works. We just got the quote today. We have to approve it, send a deposit, and we'll get the things running on that. So we're making some significant headway. Also in here, these are all our supplies. We have our wall sconces, our shower valve, our grab bars, and our faucet fixtures for the vanity, and the some of the connection work for the toilet. So all our supplies are in. We're into our final push to get this bathroom put together. So we're making headway on all of this.